Hi, hello friends. Welcome to T Academy. Now we will continue the electrical machines important formulas or concepts. Now today we'll discuss about the topic of three-phase transformers. So we'll discuss the topic of three-phase transformers here. Let me write. So three-phase transformers. Okay. So three-phase transformers. Most of the questions are theoretical only, not practical questions are they going to ask. They will ask about the vector grouping here. Okay. So the connections of the transformer are arranged in especially in six groups are there. So we'll discuss one by one here. What is it? Okay, and I will not going to discuss in depth about this topic. I'll just let you know what is important for examination point of view. So first one is capital Y, small y, 0, or it is capital Y, small y, that is 12. What is the meaning of this one is, so here this is the capital Y is nothing but it's a star connected HV winding, and the small y is nothing but it's a LV winding, and the phase displacement between them is 0, or if you represent in terms of a clock directions it is a 12 here. Okay, so or this is one group. So this group also can be written as Y, capital Y, and here it is 0 means 180, or capital Y, small y, 6 here. So okay, so these will be two possible connections in the star-star connection. Okay, so based on the phases here. So this is the one category. So category one we can say category one. Now we'll talk about the second category here. So second category is D for delta, small d for delta also 0, or DD12. So we can say D/D/12 configuration. This can also be written as similarly DD/180, or capital D small d slash it is S6. Okay. Now this is one configuration. Next one, third one we'll talk about here. So third one is Y D slash plus 30, or Y slash D slash 11. Okay. This can also be rearranged as Y slash D slash minus 150, or capital Y slash T slash 5. So here the left side of these terms are represented in terms of phases, and the right side will be in terms of clocks here. So clock means 11 o'clock, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 12 o'clock, like that we are representing here. Now here Y is nothing but, as we discussed, Y is nothing but HV winding, D is nothing but delta winding. Okay, Y is nothing but HV winding which is a star connected, D is nothing but delta connector winding which is a secondary winding of this transformer. Okay, so next we will write the configuration here. Fourth configuration, Y slash D slash minus 30, or Y slash D slash 1 here. Here's a plus 30, here's a minus 30 friends. Just observe here. And next one, Y slash D slash minus, here it becomes plus 150, or Y slash D slash, here it is 7. Okay, so these are configurations. Next we will write the remaining two configurations here. Next one, it is delta is a primary winding, star is a secondary winding, which will have a phase displacement of plus 30 degrees, or in terms of clocks we can write it as D slash Y slash 11 here. Okay, so this connection also be rearranged as D slash Y slash minus 150 here, or this can be arranged, can be written as D slash Y slash 5 here. Okay, and the last configuration here, D slash Y slash minus 30 means, so phase displacement between the primary and secondary winding is 30 degrees here. This can be rearranged as D slash Y slash 1 here. Now this phase can also be, we can get it as D slash Y slash 150, or D slash Y slash 7 here. Now what is the importance of this one, sir? Here for example, let me take here dy 11 connection here. Where is the dy connection? Here it is, we have a dy 11 connection. So let me take this dy 11 connection. What is the meaning of this one? I will explain here. I will try to explain this. What's the meaning of this one here? So it means that LV side of the winding, LV side means star connected, LV side of the winding leads the HV side by how much? 30 degrees. I will write that here. It meaning is LV, that means a low voltage side of the winding. So LV side low voltage side of the winding is leads HV side of the winding by plus 30 degrees. Okay, so if we depends upon the arrangement of the winding, we can say the LV side of the winding is leads the HV side of the winding by minus 150 degrees. So both will give same meaning. Okay, now we'll talk about the what are the grouping here. So this grouping are there. So this grouping is necessary for making the parallel operation of transformers here. So main important thing is parallel operation of transformer. Now in this one, the most common method, popular method of transformer connection is DY11. So this method. So in among the in the examination point of view, they ask options. DY11 is a most common method or most popular method of transformer connection. Okay, now here y not and y6, so both are belongs to same category only here, these two. So what do is, so these are used for most economical for small currents and high voltage transformers. So these I will write here. The advantages of this one is y connection, y0 or y6. Why we are going to use, so most economical for, so most economical for small currents, and high voltages. So these are the high voltage transformers. Next one is delta delta connected transformers. So these are the phase group belongs to delta delta only. So they are going to be used for large currents, low voltages. Okay, large currents, low voltage, just like opposite to that of star star connection. So large currents, low voltage, and especially when the continuity of supply is required. Continuity of supply is required. Sir, how it is, sir? We have studied. The best example for this one is open delta connection. So next point is an important point here, which we'll discuss now. Here it is. Now, this delta delta connection is used for, as we studied, larger currents, low voltages. Okay. What about the, if you compare with this star connected network here? So star star, we will have some important points here. Okay. So insulation required in case of star star connection. So what is here is insulation required. Insulation required in star to star connection. Okay, which is equal to 57.7% or 58% of insulation required for for delta delta connection. So what is the meaning of this one is, insulation requirement in case of star star connection is very less, 57% only, when compared to delta delta connection. That is the reason why we will go for low voltage. Why? Because insulation, low voltage means voltage is proportional to insulation. Okay, so here that's the reason why low voltage means requirement of insulation should be low here. But why the reason, because here it is in delta connected winding, so VPH is equal to VL. But in case of star connected winding, so VPH is equal to VL by VPH is equal to VL by root 3 here. So based on this configuration here, based on these points, the insulation requirement in case of star star winding is less compared to delta connected winding here. Now next one, similarly cross section area. So cross section area of this winding. Now the advantage of delta connected winding. So okay, what is that advantage? Cross section area of conductor in delta delta connected winding is equal to, so 57.7% of cross section area required, cross section area required for star star connected winding. So these are the comparison point of view, right? Okay, so we'll move to the next point. Next important point is zigzag connection. Okay, so what is the importance of this zigzag connection? So the important point about zigzag connection is it is used to reduce the third harmonic content. So it is used to reduce third harmonic content in both line and phase voltages. Okay, similarly we have tertiary winding. So tertiary winding is used for the interconnected of power systems. Okay, so tertiary winding, which is used for winding, is used to interconnected power systems. Interconnected power systems here. Okay, so this is all about the our three-phase transformers. We'll discuss about this harmonics now. So we'll discuss about important points about harmonics. Okay, so harmonics are generated in the transformer due to two reasons. First one is a saturation. There is nothing but a non-linearity operation of transformers. Next will be switching operations. Okay, so we'll discuss about switching saturation now. Okay, now in a non-linear magnetic materials, the sinusoidal flux is obtained by using the peaky magnetizing current, which contains third harmonic. Generally, what will happen here it is, generally if you give a three, if you take a transformer, the flux will be there. So magnetizing flux will be there. The magnetic flux links with the conductor, so that there will be EMF induced here. So in order to produce this flux, there is a current here. So I magnetizing current should be there to produce a flux, so that we have voltages here. Okay, so voltages, but this voltages will have harmonics. To avoid this one, what we will do is we will inject the third order harmonic. In normal case, suppose if the magnetizing current is sinusoidal, the flux what it becomes is it's having a rich content of peaky magnetizing current, something like this. Okay, so peaky. Okay, so peaky flux waves are there. Okay, once the peaky flux waves are there, ultimately voltage is going to be also so peaky wave in magnitude. So to avoid this one, what we will do is, okay, so here what we will do is we will take the current of this peaky wave in magnitude, so that the magnetic flux will be sinusoidal, so that EMF will be also sinusoidal. Okay, so this is an important point here. So even harmonics are absent in symmetrical and non-sinusoidal waveforms here. Okay, so this is important point. Important point here. Even harmonics. Even harmonics. That means order of 2, 4, 6, 8 like that are absent in symmetrical wave and non-sinusoidal waveforms. For example, if you take a square wave here, okay, so square wave like this is a non-sinusoidal waveform here. Now here in this square wave, we are going to see that second order harmonics are going to be absent. So second order will be 0 here. Okay. Next, so third harmonic currents have no effect in single phase transformers. So these are the third order harmonics. Harmonic doesn't affect single phase transformer here. Okay. Now, in a three phase transformer, the third harmonic current can flow only if, so third harmonics can flow only when the star connected winding, so star connected winding, neutral is connected to, neutral is connected to source neutral. Okay, so there's a possibility of this one is, what about in case of delta connected winding? So delta connected winding, third order harmonics will flow inside the winding only, but not the outside of the winding here. Okay, so third order harmonics can flow in case of different configurations of transform that we will see here. Okay, so third order harmonic content can flow in. Okay, so in transformers, I'm not saying about connections, transformers, the first one is three phase bank of single phase transformer. Second one is shell type transformer, shell type transformer, and third one is five or four limbed core type transformer. So in these transformers, third order harmonics can flow here. Okay, now we'll discuss about doubling effect. What is doubling effect here? So important point about examination is doubling effect. So this effect happens when we switch on the transformer at zero instant of voltage. So at that time what will happen is flux becomes double here, and the starting current will be around 5 to 10 times that of the full load current here. So in when it is going to happen, it is going to happen when transformer is switched at zero voltage instant. So because of this reason, what will happen is the flux in the core is going to be two times that of the core flux value. Okay, this is what flux doubling here. Because to make this flux double, what the transformer will do is it will absorb the current. Okay, at switching current will be around 5 to 10 times that of full load current. Okay, so this may damage the winding. So because of to avoid this one, the transformer winding is there, no? So transformer winding, the starting of the winding is provided with extra insulation here. So extra insulation are going to provide here. So extra insulation provided. Okay, now if the dimensions of the transformer says, for example, length, breadth and height, okay, there are the linear dimensions. Linear dimensions of the transformer are changed. So change it by, for example, say k times. So k times, or so if we change, let me correct here, if we change k times change, okay, then so what is the actual values of this transformer rating and everything here? So first one is kVA rating new. So kVA new rating will be is equal to k to the power 4 times that of kVA rating of old transformer. So if you are changing the dimensions here, okay, and similarly, what about the voltage rating? So voltage of new transformer will be k square times that of voltage rating of old transformer. Similarly, current rating. So current rating of new transformer is equal to k square times that of current rating of old transformer. So these are the important formulas here. Next, we'll compare the core type and shell type transformers. So let me take a next page here. Now let's discuss about the difference between the core type and shell type transformer. So here I will take core type, and right here I will take shell type. So I will not discuss all the points. We'll discuss important points. Okay. So it is act as a series magnet. So core type act as a series magnet, and the shell type it act as a parallel magnet here. Okay, so how the core type transformer look like? Generally we studied this core type transformer like this. So this is a core type transformer here, and similar kind of structure will be there in terms of shell type transformer, but difference here it is, here we have a configuration like this. Okay, so it's not equal, just like this. Okay, okay, now what will be the winding structure here? So winding is going to be placed here on this left side. We can call that one as a limb. Okay, so we place on the limb. So vertical portion, whatever the vertical portion is there, we can call it as a limb here, and horizontal portion we can call it as a yoke here. Okay, similarly winding here we are going to place also. So we'll place sandwich winding here, LV and HV windings here. Okay, here we can say separate windings here. Now from this we can say how many limbs are there here. So two limb, two yoke is present. Now here it is, observe, one limb, two limb and three limb. So three limb and second one is two yoke, bottom and top. Next one. Okay, so it is used for low flux density. So B is low. Okay, so low flux density, and here B is maximum flux density. Now it is used for, okay, so it is used for high voltage high power applications. So high voltage high power applications, and this will be low voltage low power applications we are going to use. What about the copper requirement? So copper requirement is more here. So copper requirement is more, and the copper requirement here it is less. Okay, so what about the insulation requirement? Final comparison. Insulation requirement is less, and here it is insulation requirement is more. Okay, so that's it friend, that's it for this session. Thank you for watching my video. If you like my video, please subscribe, share and comment. Okay, thank you, have a nice day.